When I tell you that boy was on fire, I mean that boy was on fire, you hear me?
Hold down, man, suitcase this, my cell phone and my charger, don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted.
What's up, everybody? You already know, man, Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all do me that solid favor, hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. All right, so for this video here, I'm gonna be speaking on an incident that I witnessed when I was inside of prison, when I worked inside of the kitchen. I'm gonna be breaking it down and letting y'all know how I seen it from my point of view. And boy, woo-wee, I tell you what, I hate to be that inmate, all right? Straight up. I was in the chow hall on this particular day, and I'll never forget, it was the day that they had the whole pound locked down because someone had got stabbed on the rec yard, all right? This took place when I was at Calhoun CI down here in the state of Florida. But someone got hit up on the rec yard, so they had the whole pound on lockdown. But you know, as kitchen workers, we still had to go to the kitchen. You feel me? So it felt like a normal day, just the pound was on lockdown for the most part. You know, we still got to go there and prep all the trays for confinement. We got to go there and get everything prepped and ready for when they bring one dorm at a time down there to get their meals. You know, every day, same routine, you feel me? Well, this particular day, people were getting an argument, you know, in the back of the kitchen. Inside of the kitchen, where the pots are, the pot room, that's where people would go and grid. You know, if someone felt some type of way or felt like they tried them, or if someone intentionally wanted to fight, you know, they go line that shit up inside the pot room. So this day here, I was working on the line, all right? For the people that don't know what the line is where all the food is, all right? When you come inside the chow hall, you're gonna walk along a wall and there's gonna be a little flap that your tray comes out of. The line is on the other side of that wall. The ones that are all right here in front of the food, whether someone puts the biscuits on there for breakfast time, and then they slide it to the person who puts the eggs, then they slide it to the person who puts the grits or the coffee cake, and then they slide it to the next person, all the way from point A to point Z to where they get their cup of juice or their cup of milk, and then it goes out the flap, you feel me? So on this particular day, I was working on the line, you know what I'm saying? And I hated it, literally, because if you think about it, I had to hand out biscuits, right? And we had, I believe, 1,600 to 1,700 inmates. Each inmate got 2 biscuits. So you do the math on how many damn biscuits I handed out that day. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, gotta put 2 on each plate and slide it, bro. That shit seems like it ain't a lot, but boy, it is. So anyways, 2 of these inmates go to arguing. And it was funny because they argued every day. You would think that it ain't nothing that serious or that personal because they literally argue every single day. So you would think that they know each other. I'm talking about like is needy and greedy they get in the conversation of the argument. You would feel like there ain't no way in hell these people mean that shit, because it's something that would have made anybody done pop off, done cut someone in the face. You know, they get that serious and that personal, you know, to where you're like, ain't no way in hell that shit's for real. And it's kind of like our entertainment every day. You know, we laugh at the shit. You feel me? And then, you know, in the kitchen, you got to wear gloves, an apron, and a hairnet at all times. So, you know, when people are arguing and shit, and they got all the hand gestures, and they act like they're going to fight and shit, that shit look kind of funny when everyone's all dressed up in their kitchen uniform, you feel me? Got the big old non-slip, waterproof rubber boots on, you know, stuff like that. So you can't help but to be laughing at the shit that they got going on, you know what I'm saying? So today, though, when this shit went down, these people, all right, they got an argument and shit. It'd be over the stupidest thing about who used the stove last, you know, the burner, because the burner, in order to cook certain shit, it's usually not everyone has access to it, only the cooks, you know what I'm saying? But if the officers ain't looking, people who ain't cooks will walk over there and cook them up something good, so your ass gets to eat something with extra flavor. It tastes real good, you know what I'm saying? It's not the state-made way, you know, it's made to where you would eat it, you know what I'm saying? Season it, you know, brown your potatoes, throw some rice on there, make some fried rice, you know, shit like that. So this particular day, they were arguing over who used the burner last and then clean it. You know what I'm saying? So we're all sitting there laughing, you know, and we can't help but to laugh. Like I said, that's the entertainment of early in the morning. It's still dark out, and they got us in here making shit for confinement. You know what I'm saying? And then prepping everything so when people wake up at the crack of dawn to come get their trays, we got it all made and shit. It's a whole long days of work when you work inside the kitchen, especially if you have morning shift, you know. But morning shift's better than the second shift, because second shift you gotta hand out lunch, clean up, do confinement, make dinner, hand out dinner, do confinement, and clean all up also. So you got to do 2 of them when you're on second shift, which is afternoon shift, you feel me? With breakfast, you just got to do breakfast and then prep lunch. You know what I'm saying? So it's better to work breakfast shift, but your ass is up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to coming to get you. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, as we're all on the line, you know, getting all the trays and shit ready for confinement, you know, they're arguing shit over the burner. So a lot of us don't think that shit's serious because, like I said, they do it every single day. Well, he ended up saying to the one dude, oh, F and F this, F and F that, you know, cursing kind of greasy, and started talking about, oh, that why your old girl ain't love you, bro. That why your mom, bro, she probably wish she had an abortion, da 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 da. Started getting real personal with it, right? And then that dude didn't do nothing, you know, feel me? He just went to firing back at him. So we're like, damn, bro, like, you know, these boys got to be playing or something, you know what I'm saying? But the crazy thing is one of them was a gang member, you know what I'm saying? One of them was a blood, and I believe he was a West Side Pyru, if I'm not mistaken. You feel me? He was a West Side blood, and he go to firing back, you know, they go to firing back, getting real nitty gritty, and the female, like, kitchen staff, she was right here watching us. You know, she watches you when you're on the line to make sure you don't hook nobody up. You can still get away with it, though. You know what I'm saying? Or she makes sure you're not eating nothing. And it's to the point to where they literally have, like things that you don't really get, like cheese, for instance. Cheese is a perfect example. Cheese, and then the real deal meat patties that they give on Thursdays. They got that shit locked up like in a safe. Like literally, and they'll bring it out portion by portion. Everything else will be right there. Everything else you need, like the mashed potatoes and fucking all the vegetables and the bread and every single thing else you need right there. But every time you're running low on that, she will get up with her set of keys and go in this certain little section of the kitchen and unlock it and pull out another pan of cheese or another pan of the real beef patties. But when it's the patties that are made out of soy, you know what I'm saying? Or the ones that ain't real, mystery meat patties, them shit you have access to. But the real deal stuff, you don't have access to, you know what I'm saying? So the kitchen lady sitting right here, right there, and watches right before the tray gets pushed out the flat. She's right there, right next to the juice man, all right? And next thing you know, she hollers, hey, we need some more grits. She says that we need another pan of grits on the line, okay? So one of the dudes who was arguing goes over there to grab the grits. You know, we ain't thinking nothing of it because they're still talking shit, selling out in front of the kitchen staff and everybody. We're all entertained. We're not thinking nothing that serious of it. He walks over there to grab the grits from over there by wherever they boiled the grits at. And next thing you know, he's walking by the dude who he was arguing with, and that dude was sitting there scrubbing the grill. You know how you scrub it with the little scrub brush with the bristles on the tip of it? Like this and shit. He dumped that whole pot of freshly made hot grits on top of that fucking dude's neck. And that dude, that guy that poured on him, was the gang member. He was blood, you feel me? So regardless, there's gonna be repercussions for the person who did that. But boy, I tell you what, when he dropped that shit on that dude, I never heard a man scream like that. All right, literally. That boy screamed like you would see in old school movies when a bitch screams so loud and so strong that she could bust a window. Had so much tone and pitch in his voice, literally. And I even felt bad for him, literally. Because I know that shit hurt. Boy, that boy was on fire, literally. And y'all know how it is with grits. Boy, that shit'll stick to you. You ever got grits on you somewhere? It's like clump, it sticks on. So that shit, he poured that on that dude's head, and I'm talking about a whole pot. When he poured that whole pot on that dude's head, that dude didn't know what to do. That dude didn't fight. That blood didn't do shit. He didn't try to fight him off of him or nothing like that. That boy took cover, took his shit off, and was screaming. Ran through the chow hall. I take that back. Ran through the back of the kitchen, not the chow hall. That's where you eat at. Ran through the kitchen over to where the dish room was and grabbed the little faucets they have hanging. They have them hanging, and then you squeeze it, and that's how you squirt the water. And he was trying to get that shit off him, and boy, he was screaming. I'm talking about his whole shit was like a different color. Like it took the skin right off of the back of his whole neck and everything. You feel me? And when that happened, another dude who was inside the chow hall, who was a blood, you feel me, which was an East Side blood. That was my homeboy though. This one, he jumped up and he started beating up the dude who dumped the shit on there. You feel me? Because you know he got it raw with the blood. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a blood. Even though West Side and East Sides, you know, bump heads and collide inside of prison all the time, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, they do rock with each other until they decide to eat each other, East Coast, West Coast, you know what I'm saying? But So my homeboy ended up taking off on the dude, fighting the dude, painting him. So my homeboy got caught, and the dude who got the shit, who dumped it, they both got restrained, got put in confinement and all this shit. But the other dude got sent to the infirmary. And I tell you what, if you could only picture how I'm explaining this to you, if you were there and you heard this dude, I'm talking about a big ass bulky dude, all tatted up, you know what I'm saying? Done been to prison for probably fucking over 10 years. This ain't his first prison bid. You know what I'm saying? I done seen him fight a couple people too on the handball court at the rec yard. I seen him grit a couple times and shit from a distance because, you know, he was known to fight. He was a strong dude. But boy, I tell you what, boy, when that boy's skin peeled back, when that shit hit him, he was on fire. And that literally right there shows. And it ain't just him, even me. If that shit got poured on me, boy, the bitch will probably come out of me too, boy. I'll start hollering. You know what I'm saying? Boy, his neck was on fire. His whole body, dog, was on fire. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, most people might feel like, oh, that shit ain't that bad. Bruh, that shit is pressure. Brand new, freshly hot, steaming grits where you got to have gloves on to carry the pot. He dumped that whole thing on him and then threw the pot down on him and shit. You know, like, and was like, nigga, I tell you, bro, what I tell you? Because he started saying stuff about his kids and everything. They started getting real. And we never seen it coming because they played around like that all the time. You feel me? But really, it wasn't playing around. What it was is they both disliked each other so much that they would nitpick at each other each day just to try him, you know? They both didn't like each other, but no one wanted to, I guess, make the first move. Or who knows, maybe the Bloods peoples told him, you know, he ain't allowed to start shit. You know, he'll get a violation if he starts shit. So he's got to wait till the other dude puts his hands on him first. But I tell you what, that boy ain't put his hands on him. That boy poured them hot-ass grits. I'm talking about a pan probably about this big. You feel me? Real big. A big-ass pan that feeds hundreds of inmates. Like, just dumped on him. And boy, when they brought his ass to the infirmary, you can hear him screaming. He couldn't even walk to the infirmary. They had to put him in a wheelchair. His whole body locked up on him. They put him in a wheelchair. They had all of us sitting down inside the chow hall. You feel me? Had us all sitting at the tables and shit. All of us kitchen workers, because like I said, everyone was, you know, in the dorms. They were on lockdown. They had us all sitting in the chow hall, sitting there. Everyone had to clear out of the kitchen. And they brought him, when they brought him by on that wheelchair, it hurt him so much that it looked like there was a demon in him. He couldn't sit down. He was like, he could not sit down. He couldn't open his eyes. He couldn't function straight. That boy was literally on fire. Okay? And to me, I don't really know what happened to the dude who, you know, did the shit. You feel me? I know he went to confinement for the fight with the blood. 9 times out of 10, I'm pretty sure they sent word to him, or he already knew what time it was because he fought a blood. Even though he didn't fight a blood, he probably already knew what time it was when he dumped that shit on a gang member. And I never seen him again. So either he got transferred, probably, maybe they wrote it up that he dumped the shit on the dude and he got to fight in DR. So then due to those kind of DRs or whatever, he probably got transferred. Or they sent word to him. They sent a kite to him and let him know, boy, your ass is deer meat if you hit this compound again. Or he probably already knew because it was 2 different gang members. He fought a East Side blood, but he dumped some shit on the West Side blood, so he probably felt like it was over with, and he probably PC'd up on his own. You get what I'm saying? But regardless, I never seen him again. You feel me? Even the dude who got the shit dumped on him, that boy got transferred on the house. That boy, you know, went to the infirmary, they did whatever they had to do to him. Supposedly his skin wasn't like staying with him. And then when we walked inside the chow hall, check this out. When we walked inside the chow hall, they wanted everyone to, you know, well, not everyone, but like 2 people to pick up, you know, all the grits, clean up the kitchen and shit. And I remember sitting there looking, and I seen chunks of skin, like just laying there, looked rolled up, like nasty shit, like just laying all right there, bro. And I'm like, God damn, that boy got burnt to the medulla meat. You hear me? And boy, I tell you what, though, I know for a fact that shit hurt. You know what I'm saying? That shit can happen to anybody too, you know, like for real. It don't matter if you're a gang member. It don't matter if you're King Kong, bro. I don't care how big and badass you are, boy. Them hot ass grits get poured on you like that, boy. Your ass gonna be singing like an opera, bro. Like straight up. That dude screamed so damn loud that I guarantee you the captain and the officers all the way in the captain's office heard that shit. That shit had such a pitch to it. If we had glass windows, them shits would have shattered from the vibration. Cause, bro, he was screaming to where literally some people thought like the female kitchen staff was being attacked, because it sounded like a pure ass woman that was screaming. You see what I'm saying? So some people who didn't see the whole thing thought the kitchen staff was being attacked by someone, the older lady, you know what I'm saying? Because that shit had a high pitched tone in the you feel me? And I tell you what, boy, that one dude, he got away with it though. I mean, I don't know, maybe at the next camp he landed at, you feel me? Maybe he got caught up with it, or who knows, you feel me? You never really know how far they're gonna take it. You know, he could go there and not tell anyone why he landed there and wiggle his way through the cracks, or maybe they went after that boy. Maybe they waited till he got his job in the kitchen at the next place, and maybe they went up on him and get back time, and feel me, put some grits on his ass. But I tell you what, that kitchen is a dangerous place, straight up. Like I said, the fights and shit ain't nothing. You see that all the time inside the pot room. But boy, when someone go to pouring them hot ass grits on you, you got hot stoves right there, bitch will grab you and throw you on that y'all get in an argument, y'all go to tussling, and then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, you try to slam that boy on a brand new hot skillet, man, that boy gonna be on fire, bro. Literally, bro. You see what I'm saying? And to me, boy, this was one of the like craziest things I seen inside of the kitchen. Because you always see things and hear about things like that in movies, or you know, people will think of it and talk about it, or be like, man, I'll pour some grits on his ass, or hot water, you know, like shit like that. Hot water does the trick too, but grits, that shit sticks to you, dog. So that makes it to where you're like, boy, you can't even get this shit off you if you're on fire. You know what I'm saying? And to see human skin on the floor and shit like that, like, I'll never forget that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I usually don't do videos like this. I usually, you know, I have so many videos that I'm gonna start putting out there of things that I seen and witnessed of different organizations. People get fucked up, all that. I'm gonna start putting them out there, all right? Before I wasn't doing stuff like that, but now y'all gonna see more of them. Y'all gonna start seeing, and I'm gonna tell y'all the stories from the experience and shit that I seen go down, all right? And y'all gonna be like, damn, bro, because there's so many of them. You feel me? But for the most part, I'm gonna wrap this one on up. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all don't forget, man, to come check me out and come hang out on my gaming channel, KFROG Gaming. You know, I usually stream with my face cam on and headset and everything every single night almost. You know what I'm saying? Late night shift is usually when I'm over there. During the day, you know, I'll have that shit running, some, you know, be playing some games with the camera off and no commentary so people can enjoy the actual gameplay rather than the hangout. But I tell you what, boy, KFROG Gaming's growing. Man, we have hella vibes over there, bro. Like, it's an awesome channel. You know what I'm saying? And I'm probably gonna do I'm gonna do 2 PlayStation 5 giveaways when I hit 8K, but I'm thinking about doing a PlayStation 5 giveaway sooner than that. As soon as I get 30 memberships over there, which is only like $6 a membership. I got like 15 of them right now. You feel me? As soon as I hit 30 members, I'm gonna be giving away a PlayStation 5. All right, so it's gonna be 3 PlayStation 5s I'm actually giving away. I already gave away an Xbox Series X to someone, and then by the time I hit 8K, that will be 1 Xbox and 3 PlayStation 5s that I gave away. And I'm not even a 10K channel yet. All right, I just want to put that out there. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all keep rocking with me, man. We on our way to 100K. Y'all like that video, drop it in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you would have sung like that boy was singing. If that boy sounded like Taylor Swift, y'all. I swear, Mariah Carey, all that shit was mixed in with that boy's tone and voice. You feel me? I'm gonna wrap this one on up. Keep them snakes, squares, rats, and clowns out your circle, man. Till next time, this Frog.